Echo 3 to Echo 7. Auto buddy 388.
Echo Station 338.
Spotted Imperial Walker. This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach and Nick from Echo Base Network, thank you so much for being here with us tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens. Echo Base Network, thank you so much for being here with us tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens. What is going on, everybody? Great to see you all out there. I'll be bringing in my companions here in a moment. We got a great show lined up for you tonight. welcome to your Thursday night Echo Base Network live show. So we are going to do this. I see some familiar names in the chat, guys. YouTube is still pulling their shenanigans. They've still not fixed the names, but I know who LR Dice is. What is up, Victor? Great to see you. You better be coming to the ICC Con this coming June. It's happening, and we hope that you are there. So, everybody, let's do a quick little roll call here. We got Iron Reaper, and look, I know so many of y'all's names, but I was typing them as quickly as I could so I could give you guys a warm welcome. So, anyways, Iron Reaper 2000, John Graber, the Mattuine. I hear you. Debbie Young, Dark Eagle 895, Felix Kiros, One Bad Bunyip, Jedi Master Lawrence, Lombardi 1969, Legion of Maul, Sodak Chopper, Rogue Sarge, Matt Rissman, White Snake, John Heimbeck. John, I'm going to talk about you in just a second. Old Geezer Gamer, Donna Hergenrether, LR Dice, Recrucio, Peak Obi-Wan, Ghost Fixter, Sith Assassin Trayla, Green Lantern 345, Star Wars Mom, Papa Palpatine's Pizza Padawan. What is going on, everybody? Great to see you all. Did you like the Feel the Bass intro there? Was that good? I got a special one to bring in the boys. You already know what it is. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Want to go ahead and do that right now. Here they come.
Hey, y'all, welcome to Echo Base Network. Hot damn.
Lord help.
Look, I had to bring you in with the banjo music at least one time, Rissman. You got to miss it. You missed it last time. Look, Tron is apparently over forever, so we're going to lose the background there and go with a more traditional one. So, anyways, we'll be talking about that in a little bit. Guys, how are y'all doing? How's everything going?
I am sick AF, so if I sound weird, that's why, guys. I've literally been sick all week.
Rissman, how you doing?
I am doing well. Nothing happening here. My most recent accomplishment is binging the new season of The Diplomat. So that's one more binge season down.
I need to find a new something to watch. I have ran out of things. So, but anyways, we got 43 in the house tonight. Thank you guys very much for being here. Share this thing out, like the live stream and all that stuff. Valiant Renegade says. Okay, we got all kinds of awesome things. So I want to start us off this way. I'm about to hit y'all with a question. Okay, I'm about to hit you with a question, both of you, and I need you to both just say your answer. Don't take turns. Just say your answer. Okay. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. You have to give an answer in 3 seconds.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is you can't put a lot of forethought into it. It has to be quick.
Can't put any forethought into it because I don't know what the question is.
3 seconds of forethought. Okay. So are you guys ready? Chat, same rules apply to you. You type your answer, but be honest and only type the answer that came to your mind in less than 3 seconds. Are you ready? Anything from the 1980s. Anything from the 1980s.
Back to the Future.
Hang on. That's not the question yet. I'm not done.
So
Anything from the 1980s. You could have any toy you want. Go.
Any toy from the 80s?
7, 8, 9, 10,
that's
11,
a big question.
12, 13, 14. You get no toy.
I'll go with Soundwave.
You get no toy.
Yeah, I'll
the
go with
whole
Soundwave.
purpose was for you to just say something as fast as you can.
Yeah, G1 Soundwave come to my mind the first.
Okay, but it took you 17 seconds to say that.
Because I wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's not easy. It's not easy.
It's not an easy
No,
question.
Not easy. Well, all right. Hit me with something, and I'll give you a 3-second answer. It might be a horrible answer, but I'm gonna give you one. No shenanigans. I'm ready. Hit me with one.
God, I'm trying to think of a super broad question like that. All right. Any toy from the 90s?
X-Men, the Wolverine 3rd edition, 2nd edition. Sorry.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah.
But he's going to answer a toy question quick.
Now, if I could think about it more, I would obviously come up with something different. But my mind immediately went to default things I like. You know what I mean? Like Wolverine by Toy Biz 2nd edition. That's the first figure where he's got the retractable claws and he's yellow and blue and black. That's an iconic figure. But with more thought, I would have came up with something else. All right, so just wanted to get you guys thinking. Now we got Soundwave here, Jedi Starfighter, Optimus Prime, yes, Cabbage Patch Kid, G.I. Joe Defiant Shuttle.
Wow.
That thing's huge.
Kenner, Return of the Jedi, Luke. See, G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. That was the
flag.
The USS Flag. That's right. The USS Flag. So if you came up with that in 3 seconds, I'm impressed, Knee-Pain. G.I. Joe. So, all right. Really cool story. I saw an ad on Facebook Marketplace. Nick, I haven't had a chance to tell you about this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I told you this. Risman, I know
You told me you talked to a guy that sold you some toys.
All right, so he is in chat tonight, and it is this gentleman right here, John. And John put out an ad, and he had some awesome Transformers and G.I. Joe toys. And then he started sending me pictures of other things that he was selling. So anyways, I was very interested in a couple of his Transformers. Well, after a lot of dialogue back and forth, we reached a deal, and I am so excited. I have the original 1984 Optimus Prime. I have Jazz, another Jazz. I have Grimlock and Ratchet, the medical Autobot. And then he threw in a G1 Soundwave.
Oh,
yeah.
Wounded.
Don't you already have one of those?
I do in the box. Well, I'm sorry, not in the box. I do have Soundwave though. So, anyways, great deal. It's on the way. I'll be making an unboxing video to put on the channel, and I am just so tickled that these awesome toys. And he gave me a really good deal, and he's selling some other stuff that's really, really high quality. I begged him to sell me his Sergeant Slaughter mail-away figure, but he will not sell it to me because he's packaging it with the rest of the G.I. Joes, and it's a really, really nice piece. $100 figure, easy. So, but anyways, John, thank you for an incredible deal. I don't know how many of you guys are still out there finding awesome toy deals. They are still out there, but you have to look a lot. But he gave me a really good deal, and I just wanted to say thank you. And I'm very excited to be putting those toys in my case very soon. All right. Any thoughts about that?
Sounds amazing to me.
All right. Very cool, guys. All right. So we're going to get right into our topics for tonight. I don't know if Nick has seen this yet or not. Our opening topic, something is coming to Apple TV Plus in the very near future. The F1 movie is officially releasing. Now, it has been available on some sites, if you know what I mean. I have watched this movie 3 times, and I will say, hands down, F1 is one of the most enjoyable movies I have watched this year. Maybe in the past couple of years. For me to have watched a movie 3 times in a month that's new, I really like that movie.
Oh, and this is a movie you'd love. You'd love this movie, Nick. I almost guarantee it.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about it. I started it actually one day, but I
Let's guess. You
didn't
fell asleep.
finish it. No. I got put on a work project and never picked it back up.
I gotcha. Okay. Well, it's good news that you Apple TV people, plus that is the streaming service, that a really good movie is coming. And I would say, I mean, Risman, is this the best movie that they've done?
I think so, and it's accidentally the best movie that they've done, right? But again, it's like we talked about. It's because of everybody who was involved in this production. This may have been, like, to me, the only real theatrical movie they've done. You know what I mean? Like the other movies, okay, they kind of played at it, and then they had a couple of false starts with some of the stuff, and then the rest of it was released directly to streaming, right? This was kind of a flyer. They invested so much in F1, and they just thought, with this, this is so popular globally. They thought, oh, well, give it a shot, in the theater, and give it a shot. My gosh, I mean, it just literally, pun intended, it took off, and they've brought it back, and people have seen it in IMAX, and it did so well internationally. So, I mean, I think originally it was supposed to run in the theater and then be on Apple TV. By the way, they dropped the plus now. It's just Apple TV again, but it was supposed to be on Apple TV.
I can't keep up.
Almost immediately. And now it's not coming until December. Why not? Because they keep showing it in the theater, and
right.
People have bought it. I mean, people in the chat here have already bought it, right? Rather than waiting for it to come on streaming. So I think it's great, right? I mean, this movie is a lot of fun to watch.
It's enjoyable from beginning to end. Like the entire thing is good.
Yeah.
Lots of different good ups and downs as you watch the movie. And it's all entertaining, man. It's a really good story. I'm a sucker for the comeback grizzled veteran story. Anyway, I always have been. I think that might be why I was such a huge Larry Bird fan when I was a kid, because he was old and hurt all the time, but every once in a while he would show up at the arena and absolutely dominate. And I loved watching that, or George Foreman in his comeback in boxing. I love that, man.
Or the Batman comic series.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite grizzled veteran comeback story of all time is The Dark Knight Returns. So really, really good there. So, all right. F1, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I was robbed of the experience to see it in the movie theater. I watched it here at home. I wanted to go watch it, but I couldn't get my family to buy in. They didn't want to go. So I just kind of forgot about it and never went. And then all of a sudden it pops up where I could watch it at home. And I'm like, all right, well, I didn't get to go watch it in the movies. I'm going to watch it here. I watched it at home by myself, and I was blown away. And I was like, oh, that would have been a heck of an experience to see on a movie theater screen.
Not only that, but I saw it in the XD in the D-Box seats. So all the seats were choreographed to move with the race cars. And you talk about an experience that was optimized for that D-Box. I mean, that seat moved almost the entire movie. I mean, it just took it to another level.
Yeah.
Totally worth the price of admission for that.
Absolutely. And by the way, guys, we have not shown this here at the top of the stream, but you already know these things. There are 4 ways to support us here on the channel with a channel membership. You can join us over on Patreon. You can send in a super chat here on the live stream. A couple of you have already done that. We're about to hit all those. And most importantly, just be here. And we really appreciate it, guys. Speaking of super chats, let's go ahead and go through these. We got a member chat here from Donna Hergenrether. 43 months with a member here with EBN. She says, whoa, nothing to impart, just sending love. We love you, Donna. You are awesome. Thank you so much. And Donna gifted 5 Echo Base Network memberships. Donna very legendarily with Mattuine bought everybody 4 or 5 different flavors of hot wings when we all
Yeah, I
met at the
see.
convention.
So many
Oh my
wings.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had so
Ah.
many that we couldn't eat them, and other people at the convention were coming and eating with us.
Yeah.
And a couple of the actresses that played in Star Wars, like the lady who played Aura Singh, came and
Yeah.
got hot wings from EBN. Like
Yeah.
it was really cool.
That's why
So-
IC is the best con to go
Yeah,
to.
no doubt.
ever.
They're eating with the common folks.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of my dad when we used to have visitors come over. He'd open the door and say, "Come on in. We'll show you how poor folks live." And it was the people would laugh and
We even had the sheriffs eating the wings, right? We had everyone eating those
Yeah.
wings.
way before we got told to leave
Yes.
that night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Told to leave, but hey, we left peacefully. It was all good.
Mhm.
2:00, 2:30 in the morning.
It was late.
And
It
then
was-
I got to sit inside and watch you try to transform an original Megatron for an hour.
Yes.
It was
Yes,
the
we
most,
know.
it was the
know.
highlight of the night.
Yes, we know.
Your drunken frustration trying to transform Megatron and not break him, and Derek over there nerding out trying to help you do it.
Yep.
And I was recording and giving the most hilarious commentary, and you were getting really angry at me. It was
Yes.
really funny.
It was very frustrating.
It was great. Nick, were you
Yeah.
with us when all that was happening?
Mm-mm.
No, no. I saw Tron in chat though. He's coming back to IC this year.
No
this next year.
way.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
here.
Thrawn returns. That's going to be
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah,
That is gonna
Mexican
be
Iron
awesome.
Man's gonna be returning. So yeah, we're gonna have several people returning.
It is going to
next
be
one.
great. It will all be quite refreshing, Andrew.
Yep.
Quite refreshing. All right. Jedi Master Lawrence with a $2 super chat. Binge TV, The Chosen, more coffee for Christmas for you. Girl, you gave me so much coffee last time. You don't need to send me anything, but thank you so much. I still have the most giant coffee mug in the history of mankind that she sent me with the coffee. Like, I'm telling you, that thing is ridiculous. I took it to school one day and drank coffee out of it, and everybody was laughing because it was it's like a dang bucket, man.
Oh wow.
But thank you so much, Erica. You are the best. We can't wait to hang out with you at ICCC. Let's see. Graph Webb with a $2 super chat. Hashtag cancel Disney Plus, the most consistent man on YouTube. Thank you,
Yep.
Graph Webb.
Hell, Graph Web.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. All right. Well, let's keep this thing rolling, boys. Oh, LR Dice. Can't wait to see y'all again. I need to do more group events together when we go to the IC. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And look, so Thursday, the Thursday night before the convention begins, we will be at whatever barcade that is.
Game Terminal. I remember.
Game,
it.
thank you.
Terminal.
Game Terminal.
Yeah.
I'll be eating
Thursday
the
night.
exact same hamburger and having the exact same beverage.
Bahama Mama.
No, sir. It was. I did not have that at Game Terminal.
Yeah.
I will never live that one down.
No,
Oh
you
my
won't.
gosh.
No, you won't.
If you only knew how many I had that day. Anyway.
I lost count. I couldn't
Oh,
tell
it
you.
was- it just kept coming. It was
Couldn't tell you.
insane. So, and that was another highlight of the convention. The first convention, not the last one with you doing Megatron. The first convention was getting to hang out with Tron. That was the ultimate highlight. Getting to meet everybody.
Yeah.
Debbie, Donna, Becky, everybody. Becky and her husband, Jerry, were in line. And I walked up and said, "Hey, Becky." And she looked at me and goes, "Hey, Coach." Like, I recognized her first. It was awesome. But seeing everybody, so many of you guys, but watching Mexican Iron Man become totally drunk, where he couldn't speak, he couldn't walk, he is stuck in his chair immobile. And I had to feed this man pizza. I had to force feed this man pizza to start bouncing back and recovering. It was hilarious. Do y'all have any favorite moments that does not include John Graber and a towel?
Oh, I wouldn't call that a favorite. I wouldn't call that a favorite moment. But
I'd probably say
The lightsabers, Nick. All of us with the lightsabers.
no, it was crap. I'm trying to remember what his name is. When we were Julian Glover when we were drinking with Julian Glover.
Yes.
When you made him miss his appointments.
Yeah,
No,
who played
he made
Walter
him.
Donovan. Yeah, Walter Donovan and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and then
Veers.
yeah,
Yeah,
General
General
Veers and Empire. Yeah.
All right. So moving right on here, guys. Yeah, the Sabers was a lot of fun. So Stranger Things 5 runtimes revealed for the first 4 episodes. What were those runtimes? All right, 54 minutes, an hour and 8 minutes on the first one. We got an hour and 6 minutes and an hour and 23 minutes for episode 4. That is shocking.
Wow.
Well, the original rumor was every episode was going to be over 90 minutes and they were going to be approaching 2 hours and blah, blah, blah. Which, while that's not the case, these are long run times, right? These are going to be like mini movies. And speaking of which, I think the actual finale episode is going to be around 2 hours.
Yeah.
And they have announced, I think that's the next article, they have announced a limited theatrical run of that. I think it's just going to be something like 350 theaters.
How many
But it's a bit-
episodes are we having here? 10?
Say again?
How many episodes is this last season going to be?
Oh, they're splitting it in 3 parts. I'll
I
look
think
it
it's
up.
444. So I think it's 12 episodes.
What is this? It's season 5, right?
It is. And did
Oh.
you
Yeah.
just say that the first 4 episodes are going to drop as a theatrical release?
No, just the
I was
finale.
about to say it's
is
too
gonna-
much.
Just a finale,
Yeah.
which I think is about 2 hours. You can pull the other article. I think it's about 2 hours ish.
We'll be going to watch the finale. But here's the thing, man. I've only been through Stranger Things one time. And if it started tomorrow, I wouldn't remember anything. Like,
Hopefully they're going to do a recap at the beginning of the first episode.
yeah, do you feel like you would be totally lost right now? I don't.
A little bit, because I don't even hardly remember what happened.
They're
It's
fighting
last
the most
season.
evil being named Vector or something like that.
Vecna.
Yeah,
Vecna, thank you.
yeah.
That's all I remember.
So
Yeah, I didn't even
And
remember that.
Eddie died. Eddie died. All right, that's how I remember that. You know.
So here's the story. It's 8 episodes total.
Oh, okay.
3 parts. The first 4 episodes, November the 26th. Then 3 more on Christmas Day.
And then
And the
finale.
problem with the finale is it's New Year's Eve, right?
Oh,
so
geez.
and
Christmas
I think it's gonna
Day
be-
to New Year's Eve.
Yes, they're doing it as holiday releases because I think November 26th is around Thanksgiving, right? I think they're doing this. They're doing it as holiday releases on purpose. And I don't think a lot of people are going to turn out 350 theaters or whatever. I don't think a lot of people are going to turn out on New Year's Eve to watch Stranger Things
No.
finale in a theater.
I won't.
Maybe I'm wrong.
So November 26th. So we're talking right at Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And then a month later, you get the next 3 episodes.
That's on Christmas Day.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to watch that on Christmas Day.
I'm not proposing you do. It's just a weird release. So it'll probably drop at midnight Christmas Eve, to tell you the truth. So it's just strange. It's just very strange.
John has sold the Sergeant Slaughter that I was salivating over.
Oh well.
I am sad, but I am happy for you, my friend. You're a A+ seller, sir. Very good. Very. Look, here's the cool story about John and the toys. I know I'm getting off topic here. These were his childhood toys, and he basically dragged them out of the closet or basement and knocked the dust off of them and posted them up for sale. And I was having to help him like with the Star Wars figures names and all that stuff. But they were his from childhood, and he took incredibly good care of them. Like, John, you were a serious nerd. You didn't really play with your toys. You probably just set them up and looked at them. But I'm grateful for that because they look amazing. I can't wait to get them. And I wish I was getting that Slaughter, but one day I will get you Sergeant Slaughter. And here's even something more ironic. When he posted the picture of the Sergeant Slaughter, I was wearing my Sergeant Slaughter t-shirt. So I
How
sent
are
him
you?
a selfie of me sitting on the couch wearing the Sergeant Slaughter T-shirt. Yes,
The
'Cause y'all
EBN,
know.
the EBN one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, anyways, by the way, we're going to be getting another store soon. So,
Oh no!
shut up. Hey, look, we're getting the store for me, so I could
That's the
buy
only
my
reason
own.
we've had any of the last 3 stores was for
Yeah.
you.
You bought shirts?
I did. You and me. You and
Yeah.
me, the only ones.
Yeah, I mean,
So here's the details on the finale. 350 movie theaters.
Yeah.
Starting on December the 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern, playing through January the 1st. That's what they're doing for the finale. So it's super limited. Now, letting it run through January the 1st isn't a bad idea because a lot of people traditionally have gone to see a movie on New Year's Day. So I guess if you happen to be in one of those 300 location where the 350 screenings are happening, you probably didn't watch it on New Year's Eve. So you
Right.
might pop out to the theater on New Year's Day and see the finale. It is 2 hours. That finale is 2 hours.
I definitely think we will go watch it because my especially my oldest daughter really liked Stranger Things. She's not talked about it in a long time, but I know she's wanting to finish it. So I could see us going to the movie theater to watch it.
Maybe it'll
I
hopefully
wonder if
be
they're going to
around
have like
some of us.
some limited release, like goodies at the movie theater for it.
Oh, sure. But I mean, what do you think the chances are? And it's going to be near you or me? I mean, it's probably going to be Los Angeles and New York City.
This is true.
And, it's going to
This
be
is
all of the usual suspects.
Yeah, they're not going to have it here in the woods of Alabama.
I don't think they're going to have it here in Jacksonville either, right? So,
Yeah. All right. Well, that is your Stranger Things 5. Stranger Things 2-hour series finale will play in movie theaters. That also came to us from Variety. Now, this one, guys, I'm a little. We knew this was coming. This is after the first few days. There was no hope of this thing gaining traction. So, how Tron Ares ran off the grid. Oh, that is so wrong. The Disney sci-fi movie set to lose over $132 million. Based on the headline alone, guys, I think it's fair to say we will never get another Tron movie in a movie theater.
well, not only that, right? But what you'll see in the article is I think they ended up spending close to $220 million on this movie. And this figure of $132 million is funny business. In other words, it's taking
It's
into
making
account,
over $90 million.
well, but here's the deal, right? This figure of 132 million loss assumes it does over 100 million in direct to consumer, right? They've cooked these numbers up to sort of factor in a forecast of what it's going to do once it leaves the theater.
Yeah.
If it doesn't make that $100 million once it goes to
It'll be
streaming,
worse.
it could lose $230 million.
So you're saying
Yeah.
this is more of a nice headline. It could be a lot worse.
They softened it because normally we see these headlines and it's pure theatrical. Here's what the budget was. Here's what it made domestically. Here's what it made internationally. Here's what it's going to lose box office. Well, in order to get the number down this low, they cooked the books, right? By talking about other things that we wouldn't normally talk about. So, I mean, this is going to be a horrible loss. However, right there was speculation and there has been some talk from behind the scenes that this whole movie was basically a gimmick to get people to go to the parks and ride the rides, right? That they really didn't go into this movie necessarily expecting it to be, $1 billion box office. They were trying to get interest in the franchise again. Of course, I think they would have preferred to make money, but you know what I mean? That's what I say. I really don't know what they were thinking here, but spending $220 million on this movie, that's nutso.
So, one
Yeah,
thing
and
about
then
that,
you're looking at a marketing budget of probably around over 100. So you're looking at 320 plus.
Yeah, now I don't know if the 220 includes marketing or what it all includes.
No,
I just
no,
know that originally we were told 170 to like 180,
Yeah.
and now it's like at least 220.
Yep. Yeah, that's production only.
Okay. Yeah. So
If they wanted to make a movie to promote the ride and get people to go to the park, then the light cycle scene needed to happen in the grid, not in the streets of New York or wherever we are. That's bad planning right there. Like if you're on a light cycle, you want to, and the actual ride, it's like you're in the grid, not in the real world. So that's just, I don't know. This entire thing was not planned well. Now, some comments in chat. Coach, did you rewatch it already? Does it hold up on repeat viewing? Yes. Now, I will say, I did not enjoy it as much the second time around. How often do you? I did enjoy F1 as much the second and third time around. Tron did go down a little bit for me. I did find the story a little too slow or lackluster, and not a full story on repeat viewing. And I do think it is the lesser of all the Tron media we've ever gotten, including the animated show Tron Uprising. It's the lesser of everything ever with Tron, with that franchise. But it's definitely worth watching one time for me. I can only speak for me. I watched it, I enjoyed it, and I'm glad that I went. I definitely can see myself owning a physical copy of it just because I love the franchise. It's not like I'm never buying The Last Jedi. I'm never buying The Rise of Skywalker, ever. But I'll buy this because this is not on that level. This is not that damaging, not even close. But it's nowhere near as good as Tron Legacy. I do feel that way, but don't let other people talk you out of going and seeing it if that's the only thing that you're basing it on, because you might be missing out on a good experience. And I did really enjoy it.
Yeah, I left a comment on the Criticalist YouTube video he put out, I think last week, talking about it.
Yeah, he really liked it.
Yeah.
And was like, I just don't understand all the hate that this movie is getting if you judge just the movie. Now, if you're hating the movie because Disney made it, okay. But let's at least identify that's why you hate it. You know what I'm saying? If your hang up is because it was made by Disney, then just be authentic and say that. And that's fine. Like Matt Rissman says, peace and love. That's fine. But just if you judge it just based on a movie, then base it on a movie, and then do you like it or not? So you want to chime in here, Rissman?
No, I mean, I totally agree with you. I mean, I was literally blown away by this viewing again in my IMAX theater. To me, Tron Ares is one of those spectacles that's designed to be on a big screen, and it is just that. It's a popcorn munching, chair thumping, you know what I mean, visually overwhelming spectacle. And for that, I think they accomplished exactly what they set out to do. From a story perspective, now as it always happens, right? Some of the story coming out about all that, the screenwriter they got and the story that was put together is not the story that the director wanted to tell, right? This is one of those movies where he directed based upon the script he was given. They recited dialogue based upon, the script they were given from a screenwriter that we looked up his resume. It's not a long resume.
No.
This is another Joby Harold situation. Joby Harold, the guy who ended up writing Kenobi series, right? You have to wonder what was the thought process there. So, I mean, I think they did everything else really well, and they were really let down by the script, the resulting dialogue, and the story.
Would you say that if they were taking the Tron project more seriously, they would have gotten a different director than what they had?
I think the director was perfect. I do think the director is a Tron fan. I think the writer was terrible.
Yeah.
I think it fell down.
That's fair.
In the writing.
Yeah, same. And Jared Leto was a big part of that.
So Jared Leto actually did the more positive aspects of the film.
And he was a huge champion for getting it produced, right? He was a
Yeah.
huge. A lot of people have said, the best parts in the movie came together the way they did because of Jared Leto. Now,
Yeah.
again, he has a
The
stigma.
whole going back to the grid, like the incom grid, the classic scenes.
Yep.
That was all Leto, his influence on the project.
Correct.
They weren't going to do that. So you got to give him props for that. The best part of the movie came from his brain.
Yeah, and I mean, again, he has such a stigma to him now. I mean, it is what it is, right? We're going to see him again as Skeletor in the Masters of the Universe movie, right? And perhaps perhaps that will be a more suited role for him, right? I mean, it'll be all prosthetic up and all the rest of it, etc. But again, this movie didn't fail because of Jared Leto's performance. It may not have been helped by his reputation, right? And from the stigma that he brings with him based upon some of the past projects, this movie was let down by the script.
I totally agree. All right, so something that I'm interested in. I saw this article yesterday, Risman.
It's an interesting one, isn't it?
This is interesting. Nick, I don't know how much YouTube you've been on the last 2 days. I don't know if you know anything about this or not, but we are getting an adult animated series based on the comic from Hasbro. And it is a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover animated series. And it is adult. It is an adult animated show. It is not for your 5-year-old child. It is not for your 5-year-old self in 1984. This is going to have some darkness in it. And I got to tell you, that's the part that is the most intriguing to me.
Sign me up.
That makes me think of the death of Optimus Prime, which I both hate and love. What happened, how dark the Transformers the movie was. This is going to be a lot darker than that. And I think it's very interesting. What do you guys think?
Well, and on this point, I think in the article it talks about they're sort of using as a template the Invincible series. In other words, to try and get that grittiness, to try and get that adult, that adult aspect put in here. And then it mentioned another part of the comic that I have no knowledge of whatsoever, this Void Rivals mythology.
I don't either.
So that's apparently some original IP that was created from the I think from this comic run that's going to be a part of this. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know if I need to see G.I. Joe and Cobra dropping the F-bomb left and right and all that, right? I mean, I think there's
that
ways
would be too much.
Yeah, there's ways, I don't need to hear Megatron swearing either, for that matter, right? But if they lean into some of the brutality, right, that they never would have done in the Saturday morning cartoons, right, whether it's Joe or Transformers or any of the rest of it, then I think that does bring a different flavor, right, to something that we've only ever seen one way, even in the Michael Bay stuff and the G.I. Joe movies. All those things were purely PG-13. Maybe some of them were even PG. I don't remember. But they certainly weren't leaning towards R of any variety.
No, this is very true. Nick, thoughts?
Yeah, like I said, sign me up. So I have not seen all of Invincible. My brother loves that show though. And I've seen most of the first season, if not all the first season. It might be like a little ways into second season when I dropped off and stopped watching it. And it wasn't because I wasn't enjoying it. It's just because I just didn't have the time. But yeah, as long as they don't go too crazy with it, like you guys were saying, like Cobra Commander dropping a bunch of F-bombs and stuff like that. But it's just more like gritty, darker, like, there's like, humans or, in the show, red shirts, as we call it in Star Trek, getting wasted, blood.
Oh, yeah, it'd be great.
Or like stuff like that. sign me up. You know, I'm all about it.
What about
I know there were.
Transformers in the bedroom?
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh
Hopefully
no.
not, right?
No, we don't need an
Yeah.
L337 issue
Yeah.
incident here,
yeah.
Coach. We don't.
Oh, that's even worse. Like, Baroness falls in love with Bumblebee. You know,
Yeah. No, but Baroness Destro scene, that could work. Lady
that could
J,
Well,
you know,
and if you think about sort of what they did with the Predator Killer of Killers, right? How they made that. I mean, that was R, right? I mean, how
Yeah.
they were able to really push the envelope there in animation, but make it very adult oriented. And again, no one was swearing left and right there. It was just quite brutal, right?
Yeah.
And we saw a lot of blood. And again, like we talked a little bit about Predator, and we were sort of bemoaning the fact Badlands, I know, which we're getting to, and the fact that it was PG-13. But if you really think about it, the R rating comes when humans are killing humans, right? You can bash on machines and aliens and make it as bloody and gory and nasty as you want it to, and it doesn't have to be rated R, right? The R rating comes when the brutality and all that stuff and the gore or whatever is very human centric. So I see something very similar here, with, you know, especially for Transformers and maybe less so for G.I. Joe. And again, I don't know anything about this their mythology that's in there.
Right.
But this could be a slam dunk. They have a real comic writer doing it, right? This is a very, very popular comic run for them right now. So if they play their cards right, this can really be a smash hit.
I'm just going to have to assume when you're talking brutality that it most likely is going to be Decepticons killing humans, which I am totally fine with. Sign me up. Let's make Megatron evil.
Well, and the same can be said about Cobra, right? Because part of the appeal, if you will, about Cobra Commander and the Cobra of our childhood is they were very mustachio, right? And they were just bumbling all over the place. And even when they were blowing shit up, they weren't really blowing it up, right? You know what I mean? It was never really having any kind of an effect. And they sort of tried to push that a little bit in the movies, but not so much. If they actually make Cobra like world dominating, you know what I mean, fascist, you know, they could. There's a lot. I don't know. Maybe this is something where I would actually want to start reading some of these comics ahead of time, just to get an idea. I mean, Energon is what it's called, right? So we can suppose that we know what they're all fighting for and why they want it and who's trying to get it to, you know, and all that stuff. But I would like to know more about the backstory here to see what kind of a Cobra is this very specifically, and how might that translate into this series.
I just hope that we don't have like a long list of A-list celebrities as the voice actors, and they're not professional voice actors at all. I would rather you have a team of actual real voice actors doing the voice acting instead of Chris Hemsworth. Now, look, I know that we had some that happened in the 80s they got Orson Welles.
Sure.
They got Leonard Nimoy for Transformers the movie. You know, they got Judd Nelson for Transformers the movie.
But
So
they were doing new characters.
They were.
They were not established yet.
And they were one-offs. You know, when season 3 of Transformers started, none of those people were reprising the role of those characters. You know, so let's build something here with some actual, you know, real voice acting talent. Have we played the G.I. Joe game yet? No, because it is not multiplayer. It is only local multiplayer. You can't play over the internet. So if it goes on sale and it's cheap, we'll probably get it, and we could play it sometime when we're hanging out together.
Do like a chill stream, and we could hop up. Whoever's playing, we could hop in the background and just kibitz about it, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we'll do that. But thank you guys. Now we do have a new member to the channel has joined. Rinkside Rips.
Awesome.
Has become a member. We want to say welcome to the Echo Base Network family. We appreciate it very much. And we got a little video to play on your behalf. Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Turn up the heat and it's getting
And Coach, just to attach a name because it's doing its funny business, that's Jacob Glazer. Jacob
Okay.
Glazer. That is who rips Ida rips.
Awesome. Very cool.
And
All
the
right.
5 people that got members earlier from Donna's gifted membership. Welcome to all of you.
Yep. All right. Predator Badlands. The international trailer dropped. I have not seen it. I don't know if you guys watched it or not.
I watched
Apparently
it this morning.
Based on this title, Elle Fanning's movie's action-packed scenes are in the trailer. I guess you're seeing a little bit more of her. I don't really want to play the trailer. We keep getting hit
I know.
reviewing trailers.
It out.
You guys both watched it. What did y'all think? I watched the trailer, the original domestic trailer for this thing when I went to go see
the final trailer. They called it
Tron.
and then they
the final
have
trailer,
another,
and now here's the
and they
next
had a clip
final trailer.
And they had a clip drop today also that I watched. It still looks stupid to me. I'm gonna check it out.
Are you gonna go to watch it in the theater?
Yeah, just because it's a Predator movie, and I'm a fan of the franchise.
Have you seen every Predator movie in the movie theater? I haven't.
I think so.
Really?
I think so.
I do not think I have ever seen a Predator movie in a movie theater.
What? Really?
Yeah, you have. Me and you went and saw the Predator movie with in the theater when we were in Nashville. What was it, The Predators or?
That's the only one I've ever seen. You're right.
Yeah, remember with the Special Forces team?
Why were we in Nashville?
We were up there for. I think we were up there for IC before we started doing it.
The
for our
very
meetup.
first one.
It might have been the very first one.
Yeah, would have been a minute ago.
Yeah, it was a while. I completely forgot about seeing that movie. Nick is right. We did go see it.
Fake fan. Hashtag fake fan.
Yeah, Nick. We stayed in that little crummy hotel.
Yeah.
I remember. And we played. I think we played Nintendo.
Yeah, Contra.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't care. Take it or leave it. If Nick wants to go, if I could go with Nick, when does this thing come out?
Like November the 7th, I think. So it's in a couple of weeks.
Oh,
now.
Yikes. That's the day before my wife's birthday.
Yeah. I won't even be back home then.
Oh, then we're not seeing it together.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to watch this.
To me, this is one of the. This to me is a la Tron Ares, in so much as
what?
No. Hear me out. As far as the spectacle goes, I'm going for the big screen experience, for the special effects, and for just the visual part of it. You know what I got out of this trailer was, Elle Fanning voiced the whole thing over, right? So she's now explaining the scenes to us like they need to be explained. And the thing that I got out of this trailer that I guess either I just zoned out on before or it wasn't made clear, but because she told me, I got it this time. He's not the first Predator to come to this planet to try and kill this thing, right? Apparently, this is like a rite of passage, and many other Predators have come to this planet to try and get the better off on this beast or whatever, and everyone has failed, right? And so now this is not only like a coming of age sort of a story, but this is also a, do what nobody could do before kind of a thing. But again, I was annoyed by this trailer just because she wouldn't shut the hell up. She literally told you about every scene throughout the whole trailer.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. You just solidified me not watching this trailer. Are they saying that the international audience is dumb? Is that what they're saying?
Maybe they just thought it needed to be translated. I just thought it was weird. Maybe Nick, you didn't think it was that weird, but she talked through the whole trailer.
No, yeah, she did. It was almost sort of like a narrative type trailer, with her narrating. It's just the movie, just in the concept of it, in the design. I still can't get over the Predator's
weird, right?
design.
Predator looks weird.
I mean, I cannot stop picturing the Predator's Michelle Obama ever since I saw the memes. It's just, I can't escape it. Every time I see this Predator, it's like I'm watching Michelle Obama ever since I saw the memes. So it's already been ruined for me in that sense. And I'm just like, I think this thing is going to bomb, and it's going to probably bomb hard. just like Tron Ares did. But the thing is, I bet when I get done seeing this, see, when I got out of Tron Ares, even though I didn't love the movie, I didn't hate it either. I just thought it was very mid, and I suggested that people go see it. I'm predicting, and I could be wrong, but I'm predicting that when I get done seeing this, I'm going to tell people, don't waste your money going and seeing this in theater. Wait until it comes out digital and watch it then.
I have no, like I said, I'm going for the spectacle. I have no, and after this trailer especially, I have no other thoughts really. I expect it to be again another popcorn munching, turn your brain off. What can they do? You know, how are the creature? What's the creature design look like? You know, does the whole dual synthetic work? You know, what is Wayland Uteni up to? How does it all stitch together in the universe? I guess is maybe what I'm the most interested in. But this trailer annoyed me, and that's never a good sign, right? You don't want a trailer to annoy you. It annoyed me.
And this is our first CGI Predator.
Mm.
You know, I'm curious how it's going to work.
Yeah, it's how much will I think that this movie is like Aliens Earth or whatever? You know, wow. One of these franchise needs to improve at some point.
Or they just need to stop.
Exactly. And like that's the unfortunate thing here. Tron Ares is superior in every way to Alien Earth, and I anticipate it's going to be superior to Predator. Maybe not. That's just what
if I had to guess, I'd take that bet for sure.
Yeah, me too. And it's unfortunate because it's Tron that just died, and right in front of our faces, and it will probably never get again. Now it was a niche franchise to begin with. It never made it. It just didn't. You know. Anyways, but they are making their money at the park. The people like the ride, but
people like the ride before the movie came out is what mystifies me.
Yeah.
It's like the second most popular ride in that park.
You know how many people ride that ride and they have never seen a Tron movie? A lot.
99% of the people, because it's a
probably
fast
so
coaster and it's a fun ride. So if they thought that this movie was going to cause a family of 4 to each buy $150 ticket to the Magic Kingdom on an off day just so they could ride this ride, that was stupid thinking anyway.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah.
Is the park there in Orlando? Is it open year round?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Extra magic hour, man. That's the best.
Yeah, if you can get in there for a party, you can ride Tron. You can ride, and you don't care about the party. You could ride this ride over and over and over again because everyone's there at the party, right?
We had extra magic hour from midnight to 2 a.m. one time.
Yeah.
Me, my wife, and our daughters. You could literally walk up to any ride and ride it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the park was completely closed down except for like people that's staying at our hotel. It was amazing. It was a great night. Anyway, but then I went on some aerial ride to this
under the sea or whatever.
Yeah, through this cavern my daughters wanted, and then it freaking lost power. And we're sitting in the middle of this thing. And you talking about dark, son.
Yeah.
You couldn't see anything. Like, it was wild. Anyways, Knee Pain, happy 27th birthday to Amanda Stenberg.
You do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power.
The power of many. The power of many. Thank you, Knee Pain, for the $2 super chat. Wishing Amanda Stenberg, whatever she was saying in her music video, get your
discourse or whatever.
Yeah. What did I say? Get your freak on. That was something.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Ted's Nerd World, who did a great 2-hour long live stream the other day playing Tron 2.0 that no one ever got to see.
Wow.
Because he forgot to hit the live button.
Well, good. So it was almost live. It was a 2-hour almost live stream.
But the good thing is I'm sure he got his Tron 2.0
ability polished up, so he's ready to do the real stream soon.
He should send that poop emoji to himself then, because that was what was in the super sticker. It was a poop. He should send it right back to himself.
Yeah. Thanks, Ted. We appreciate you, bro. And Debbie Young with a $4.99 super chat. So we're back to prejudging movies before they even come out, asking for a friend. Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, we've been doing that since the beginning of this channel, Debbie.
But I don't think I'm judging. I'm just saying what I anticipate.
Yeah,
I think it's
same.
going to be good. I think it's going to be mid.
Yeah,
I think we all have those expectations when we walk into a movie theater.
Like I thought
anticipated Tron Ares to be great. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it was really good for me.
Yeah,
but
I thought it was going to be. I kind of prejudged it, especially from that first trailer. I was like, man, this movie's going to be bad ass.
Yeah.
You know, so it goes both ways.
Yep.
Well, one thing's for sure, I expect Predator Badlands for it to be another time when I walk in a theater and it's me and 5 people, right? I do not think more people are going to turn out to see Predator Badlands necessarily that turned out to see Tron Ares. I just don't see it as a draw, regardless of what the trailers did.
Yeah, same.
Yep, I'm totally with you. But yeah, Debbie sees this a lot. We're being somebody that works at a movie theater, you know. I wonder how often she sees people who are visibly unhappy when they leave. Like that would be an interesting question, because I don't think most people are. You know, are you mad after you see a bad movie? The only time I've ever been mad after a movie was The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I was angry and speechless
and shocked
and bothered.
Yeah. By the time Rise of Skywalker came out, we didn't care. We were just like laughing.
We anticipated Rise of Skywalker being bad, and we just told ourselves we're just going to laugh.
Yeah,
and laugh.
And we didn't care about spoilers, nothing. We were like,
dude,
man,
I remember.
Tell us everything.
Do you remember when the Rise of Skywalker credits began to roll? Do you remember what happened, Nick?
There was a couple people that started clapping, and
there were like 2 people in our sold-out theater start clapping,
and I was like,
me and Nick busted out laughing. When 2 people clapped,
I booed it.
We laughed. Like me and you just started. I thought the guy was going to be insulted. He was a couple rows in front of us. We are literally laughing out loud when he started clapping because nobody else was. Like, anyways.
Yeah.
All right. We have another super chat here, $13.99 from Power of God for $13.99 Canadian. As soon as they took the Bible out of movies and Star Wars, it fell apart. Star Wars was Holy Father, or Holy Trinity, Father Vader, Son Luke, and Holy Spirit Yoda, with Tron, Kevin is God. All right, bro, I appreciate the very generous super chat, but I have to disagree with that. I don't think Vader, Luke, and Yoda represents the Trinity at all. Now you might see some connections there for you, but I don't think it was written that way.
Definitely not
at all. The Father, Vader, is certainly nothing like God.
Yeah.
There is a redemption arc. I'm with you on that. I get you.
But God never had a redemption arc.
It's more like
one.
It's more like the prodigal son, if you want to go there.
Yeah.
But but I'm with you on Tron. Kevin Flynn is seen as a deity in
that world,
in the grid.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. They worshipped him, and then they saw him as their enemy, an evil god that they overthrew. That Clue was able to overthrow.
Yeah,
I'm with you as far as that. But Kevin Flynn knew he was no god.
And I would just say on the first part, right? Yoda certainly was fallible, right? I mean, he didn't get a lot.
You hate Yoda, we know.
Well, but you know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, he didn't know. I mean, all the Jedi were to an extent, but Yoda especially, right, was seriously off the mark many times. And obviously the story wouldn't have played out the way that it did if he wasn't. So I'm not in retro, totality of the story, fine, right? So I don't know, the Holy Spirit part of it sort of falls down a little bit for me, specifically with Yoda.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But bro, Power God, thank you so much for the very generous super chat. And
Hail to you, good sir.
hey, that was an interesting. That might be worth the video one day, talking about the deity with Kevin Flynn, and I don't see it with the original trilogy though. I do know that Lucas was influenced by the Knights Templar as the Jedi Knights, the religious order, and their stringent rules and all of that. He did draw inspiration from that, but that's about as far as it goes, I think, in terms of Judeo-Christian history. So let's see here. We also have this one will get Nick going. Star Wars Retold says, so is Predator a Happy Meal toy franchise now? Nick, sound off.
Man,
I knew that would get him, dude.
pretty much. We talked about this. God, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. How if you go to the toy aisles now, like you see Predator and Alien toys in the toy aisle all the time, like for kids, those weren't toys for us as kids growing up. We weren't even allowed to even see those movies. I had to sneak to see Predator. I had to sneak to see Aliens. Over at a buddy's house. When I was younger, and then. It was, I think we were in 7th or 8th grade.
Yes.
We made us, 12 years old?
You had to sneak 13? Over where to go watch what?
Predator and Aliens, the first time I saw it. But the first time I saw the director's cut was at
Where did you watch
house.
Those? Whose house?
It was, I can't remember. It's another kid I knew when I was living in Chicago before I ever moved to Alabama.
All right. So Predator came out in like 88. Aliens came out in like 85, 86. So, bro, you were 7, 8, 9 years old.
Yeah. I was.
You weren't 12. You weren't asking your permission. You weren't asking your parents' permission to watch SHIT at 12 years old because I watched.
Yeah.
You watched whatever you wanted.
Yeah, Predator came out in 87, but no, I never saw Predator. It was I had to go to a friend's house.
Okay.
Because my parents wouldn't let me watch it, and I couldn't watch Aliens either. Like I didn't see
86.
Yeah, and Predator was 87.
Okay.
And I moved to Alabama in 91.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was 91.
Well, of course, and also remember, by the time any of us would have been able to watch it at home, it would have been a year or so at least after it was released, right? Because of when it finally would become available.
I don't remember the first time I saw Predator, but I know I was young, and I watched it with my dad. He liked it, and I thought it was amazing. I loved it. I do remember the first time I saw Predator 2.
I was my dad took me to the theater to see it.
The Ham Boys got it on VHS as a new release, Nick, and brought it to our house, and we watched it in our living room floor with my dad.
Oh,
in the sex scene.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I remember the Ham Boys all looking at each other and start laughing.
Yeah,
and I was like,
"Yeah, that came out in 1990, so it would have been like probably 91." Yeah, well into 91 because that movie came out the end of 90, November of 90.
Yep. But hey, Star Wars Retold, that was a very thoughtful. I knew Nick that would get Nick going. If they come out with Happy Meal Predator toys,
I wouldn't surprise me with Disney running the show now. It would not surprise me at all.
Who can afford to buy a Happy Meal now anyway? Do they still put toys in them? I mean,
I don't even know.
I don't know.
Well, they're doing Monopoly. They are doing Monopoly at McDonald's.
Yeah, I saw Monopoly was back. Yeah.
That'd be about the last thing I'd go buy.
Yeah,
like I'm not buying any fake food from McDonald's.
Yeah,
Just don't leave it outside wrapped up, Coach.
There were
Yeah.
two of the big Monopoly prizes I remember when I worked at McDonald's in Decatur when I was 15 years old. That two of the big prizes were won at that Rockin' McDonald's in Decatur, Alabama.
Is this when the guy was cheating in the ring and they all got caught, or was this a legitimate win?
No, they were legitimate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember Nick was working one Sunday morning, and he was like, "Come on up here, and I'll hook you up." And I was like,
I
"All right."
would hook them
So
up.
me and my mother went up there Sunday morning for breakfast before church, and I didn't even order anything.
You just sat down.
Nick
They just
walks
walked
over to
in.
the side and holds a bag over the thing, and that thing was full.
I packed that bag.
Everything you can imagine.
Yeah.
And my mother's eyes, like, it was way more than we could eat. Like, it was hilarious.
I was like, hey, take you some stuff home, eat it
Yeah.
later.
It was crazy. Too bad you got fired. Or I had way more.
I got fired.
Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why he could have. Why possibly?
There wasn't that.
Well, I got fired after getting written up for the 13th time. You're supposed to get fired after 3 times. I got fired after the 13th time. It was because I threw a cheeseburger at one of the managers and hit him in the face with it.
I thought it was you
least you're a
squirted
good
tartar
shot.
sauce on somebody.
No, that was like the time before the last straw.
Do you?
I was using the tartar sauce guns,
Oh.
like his guns, and I was going around.
So check
squirting
this
people.
out. We used
Dude,
to go through.
it was insane up there. It was all high school kids, and we
Dude,
freaking.
I think you forgot what we used to do at McDonald's. We've not said it in so many years. I just had a memory.
What?
I have not had this memory in a long time, but I just had new memory unlocked. It just happened.
Old memory unlocked.
Yes. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Dude, do you remember when we used to drive through the drive-through and we would throw firecrackers in there?
Oh no!
Oh, I do remember that.
And they would hit the freaking floor, dude.
Yeah, it was after they closed.
It would be like midnight. And we would drive through the drive-through and we would light up some firecrackers and we would throw them
like a
through
whole
the
string.
window.
And it's just like,
Man.
and it's like machine gun fire. You know, like that scene in Iron Eagle where they throw the firecrackers in the bucket, and they're
they got the shades
like
on, and their
ducking
arms
for cover.
across.
All of them were like ducking for cover, like it was like gunshots or something. I was just like,
so now we need.
We were bad.
Now it's all over the internet. What is the statute of limitations of throwing
7 years.
firecrackers in a drive-through of a McDonald's?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
I think we're
only
safe.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Better hope none of your kids are in the
we did
chat.
stuff like that
Yeah.
all the time, dude. Like we
Oh,
were so bad.
Yeah, we did so many crazy things.
Yeah. Debbie said, "I said I was asking for a friend."
We know who you were asking for, Debbie.
Oh, thank you, Debbie.
Your friend, myself, and I.
Me, myself, and I. Oh, that's so funny. All right, guys, aren't you excited? The Lando movie is back on.
Oh, wow.
It's
so
reportedly
hyped.
back in
Star Wars is
development
back.
based on what's his name?
It's
Daniel
RPK,
Rickman.
right?
Daniel Rickman. Daniel RPK has now said that they're just trying to make a fun Lando movie for the fans, guys. And it's back on. I am not buying it. That's all I have to say about that.
I don't think we'll ever see that movie.
Yeah.
That movie will never see the light of day.
Still in development. Still in development.
Yeah, still in development. Very seriously doubt that. So, all right. And then there's more Star Wars. I like how we got the Star Wars at the very end of the live stream, so we could just kind of breeze right through it.
I never know where to put it anymore.
I know, dude.
I put it at the end because that had pissed John Graber off.
There's never like something exciting to talk about. The original trilogy being remastered, coming back out is the only thing that's like
done so well. By the way,
oh yeah, like 27,000 views or something. You know that for us that's amazing. So we made like 15 whole bucks on that video. So like, it's great. So Disney took it over. This is George Lucas. They took it over and they gave it their vision. That's what happens. George Lucas says he's moved past his instinct to manage Star Wars 13 years after selling it up. But guys, just a day later after this comes out, he's reportedly going to direct something.
Oh, that's BS. That
That's
account
so
made shit up.
stupid.
Yeah.
Just quit it with the rumor, man. Nobody's buying that.
Yeah. George is done. He's been done.
Well, and the other funny thing he said, this all comes from an interview he gave with his wife. I'm not going to go into his wife, right? But with his wife about
me?
I'm sorry.
You want to say that again?
No, about his
You're
wife.
not going to go into his wife?
I'm not going to go into my feelings
Okay,
about
all
his
right,
wife and all that. But it was about an interview that they did for his museum, and so he said, I grudgingly put some Star Wars stuff in there just so that when people come to the museum, they don't say, "Where's the Star Wars stuff?" And so I was like, "Oh my gosh." But yeah, he said, and then the rest of the quote is, not only did I move, he's like, I've got a life. He said, I do other things. He said,
Exactly.
of course I've moved past it. So yes, I don't think we'll see George directing a new Star Wars movie.
I don't think we ever see him direct anything ever again.
No.
He retired.
Yeah.
What do you always say about George Lucas?
He's your favorite George
that
Lucas.
Is not what you said.
It does start with an F.
It does start with an F.
Yeah.
Risman texts me at least once a week with hashtag FGL.
Yeah, and X-Wing's in the chat, and we know he knows what Risman says, because he says it. He would say it on his live streams all the time. But yeah, George Lucas is done, over. He's not directing anything. He doesn't. I think he was probably pissed for a while there. His treatments weren't getting used, but at this point, he doesn't care. He's over it and past it and done.
All right. Do we really have to talk about this last thing?
We don't have to. Everyone else has talked about it. So I mean,
what is the last thing?
It's completely up to you.
You probably haven't even heard. Nick, have you heard anything about Adam Driver lately?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, I did. I heard this whole thing, and now like Josh from Den of Nerds is coming out saying that he owes Kathleen Kennedy an apology. Everything is Bob Iger's fault. And KK is not
anything
the
for
one
a buck.
To blame. Huh?
Anything for a buck.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Anything to keep it coming. Some of these YouTube channels, it's like if you're scrolling on Facebook, you'll see somebody post something that is news that is so old, and they just keep recreating the same old crap. I'm watching some kid talk about when Larry Bird made a comeback in 1990 after breaking or after having heel surgery. I'm like, bro, there has been so many videos made of. You're 12 years old. Why are you telling me about this now? Like this is breaking news or something. It happened 40 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what some of these channels are like. Like it's crazy. And it almost feels like a lot of it's just made up, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's come up with a video tomorrow that's like, we have it on good authority because we have an insider named Cardinal that said
Cardinal
that they had heard from their sister's mother's cousin's nephew that George Lucas is buying 51% of Lucasfilm back.
Oh no. The latest thing from
and Bob Iger has had an extramarital affair with Sheep.
No, the latest thing from Sparrow is George Lucas and Steven Spielberg are coming together to direct and move Star Wars ahead or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the latest from like 2 days ago.
If that happens, then everybody here on the live stream, I will pull out my vintage Star Wars collection and I will send all of y'all a figure.
Yeah. Yeah. I will put up my whole yearly salary, and every single time I get paid, divvy it up to everybody in chat, and I will go bankrupt.
I just
Rissman will send you a Lego block
I will.
Yeah.
from a
I mean,
random something.
This.
Yeah.
These stories now. Jeff Snyder just come out with a story that not only was Steven Soderbergh was involved with this Adam Driver business, but David Fincher put a movie together and pitched it, and they couldn't come to agreement because he wanted final cut. Right? He said, "Listen, I'm Dave. I'm going to make this movie. I'd love to make it for y'all, but he said I've got final cut on this movie." And they said, "No, you don't." He said, "Well, then I guess we're not doing this." Right. In this particular case with the Adam Driver business, the reason why, everyone knows KK and Apology is because, she and Beck and Carrie Beck and, Dave Filoni, they bought into it. And Iger and Alan Bergman said, "How is Ben Solo still alive? This is not a good idea." Now, remember, this all happened allegedly in either 2022 or 2023. This was shortly after Bob Iger came back and all this. And I have to say, honestly, this is probably the right call, right? Even though I personally think that maybe Kylo Ren was one of the more interesting characters that was in the sequel trilogy. Whether you liked Rise of Skywalker or not, he kind of had an end to his character, right? Did we really need to hunt for him again? Whether Adam Driver thought it was the best script or not, Steven Soderbergh aside, and all this stuff, I don't think they should make a Kylo Ren movie. I don't think they should make a Rey movie. I don't think they should make any of those movies.
Yeah.
So what a
and the thing is, Kathy, Filoni, all of them were on board with this piece of crap movie that they were going to try to push out there. And Iger, I guess, was the smart one. And who's below him, above Kathy? What's his name? The other
Alan Bergman.
Yeah,
Alan Bergman.
yeah, Alan Bergman. I guess they were like, no, we're not doing any. I guess they saw the financial side of things, especially with how much money they spent. Now that we know publicly on the Rise of Skywalker, they're probably like, no. And there wasn't even any merchandise sold from that movie. Do you ever remember seeing any Rise of Skywalker action figures in stores?
It was the Emperor in his new clothes, right? I
Ah.
think they really tried to sell the Emperor in his new clothes from that because they tried to do it with some Legos as well.
I
And
wouldn't
they're
have
even
looked
still
anyways.
trying to push that minifigure, and it never sold.
went to Ollie's, I guess,
Yeah.
or a landfill.
Well, and also Alan Bergman, he was a large part of the reason why the Acolyte got canceled because the financials. He's their hatchet man now.
Yeah.
Right. He is the one that comes in and says, this isn't going to make us any money. We can't keep doing this. Right.
All right.
So
Got a comment here from Bobby Morrow. Bobby, we appreciate you, man. He says, "Come on, guys, why all the shade? Josh is super cool and absolutely loves Star Wars. He's been right many times in the past." So to be fair, I totally understand what you're saying. I don't know enough about him to throw shade. I'm only talking about from a bird's eye perspective. I haven't watched I have watched fewer than 5 of his videos ever. And I don't know enough. But when people are telling me what is being said or reported, I'm like, that's just not believable to me. Maybe he does know something. Maybe he was right about stuff before too. We've been right about stuff before as well. It's nothing personal. I just don't believe all that stuff.
Yeah, and the only shade I'm throwing at Josh, and I have nothing personal against Josh at all, is this notion that KK is now automatically deserves
an apology.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Which is absolutely nonsense.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she gets no apology.
If I'm the coach of a basketball team and the principal's making all my decisions for me, guess what? I'm leaving that job.
Yeah. Yep.
If I can't make the decisions myself, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bounce, son.
Yeah, bounce.
Bounce.
Well, and it's fine for KK and Filoni and Beck to all buy into it, but they don't have an unending amount of money, right? They just like all the rest of them, right? They have a certain budget that goes to certain things, and if somebody comes along with an idea that's not budgeted, they need to get it approved, right? And that's what Disney is there to do for all of their properties. So, if Bob Iger and Alan Bergman are like, we don't understand how Ben Solo is still alive and why we should do this, we're not doing it. If they're saying that, how do you think the fans are reacting in a certain kind of way now? If they're saying it, then how do you think we would have we probably would have reacted if the movie got made?
Yeah,
Right.
Poe Dameron would have came in somehow. Kylo has returned.
Yeah.
It would have been the same line all over again. The Emperor should have never came back. That was dumb. Kylo Ren died. We saw it, but he's coming back now. Like it doesn't.
It's not
make
going to
sense.
It's
It's dumb.
Well,
It's
and
not
also
gonna happen.
remember on this,
Good on them for canceling this piece of crap idea movie.
This movie was coming right after a movie where they did bring someone back that everyone said it would be a great idea to bring the Emperor back, and it cost them $600 million and they made no money. So do you think Bob Iger and Alan Bergman, who don't know nothing from nobody, they said, well, we just brought some son of a bitch back. It didn't work. Now we're bringing another one. What do you think this is?
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yep, I'm with you. And look, I'm not ready to say if you're saying Kathleen Kennedy's not to blame, she's owed an apology, then you're saying she hasn't done anything wrong for the fandom, to the franchise. Like,
we could make a whole
I'm not in a
video.
position to say anybody has done a good job over there.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's done a good job with Star Wars. So,
well, on the flip side, then Bob Iger didn't tell them to make the sequel trilogy, right? In order for you to apologize to Kathleen Kennedy in a certain way, then you have to say, well, then she couldn't possibly be responsible for the sequel trilogy, right? You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense at all.
Or the parks that they actually already had a design with a lot of stuff from the OT that Kathy came in and said, and this is according to the guy who designed the park originally, who came in and said, let's get away from all this and focus on our stuff, our Disney Star Wars stuff, and ended up doing the whole Batu thing and all that.
Yeah. Hey, she's owed an apology.
Yeah.
Bob Iger made her wear that shirt.
Yeah. And hire all those people that she hired.
Yeah. We owe her an apology. It's not her fault. She's a great coffee person.
Yeah. Oh, who was it? The lesbo chick who did the Acolyte.
Leslie
What's her
Headland.
name? Leslie Headland. Yeah. Leslie. Okay, you've written a Star Wars movie. Now go write your Star Wars story. And then she gives us the Acolyte, and then that gets approved. How much money did that giant turd, end up losing them? So
Exactly.
KK is not without fault or without blame here by any means.
Yeah, she's deserved an apology. I have seen that make its rounds on Twitter the past few days.
Well,
I responded to it several days ago, like Nerdrotic quote tweeted it today. Like it's really starting to get around now. Really funny.
And again, the last thing I'll comment on this is Kathleen Kennedy thought the sequel trilogy was good, right? So if Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, and Carrie Beck got together and they loved this story, do we think that means it's good just because Kylo Ren might have been the best character in the sequel trilogy? I mean, their track record with sequel trilogy characters is atrocious. Why do we think it would be? This is the part I don't understand, right? Why do we, even if it has some coolness to it because of Ben Solo and Kylo's story, why do we think it would be good? I don't follow any of it.
So I don't care what anybody says. I feel that Nick and I made the best Disney era Star Wars documentary on YouTube. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
I know what you
I
mean.
mean that.
yeah,
I mean it.
I agree.
I would put it up against anybody's, and I can't even stomach watching it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because I hate those things.
yeah. Plus, I've seen that documentary so many times.
But when's the last time you watched it, bro?
I actually pulled it up this morning.
What?
Yeah, I actually I didn't
You
watch
were
the whole.
that one view?
Yeah, I didn't pull up the I didn't watch the whole thing, but I pulled it up because I was curious to see how far back you could hype videos on the hype
Oh, okay.
function.
Yeah. Veritech 2000, remember, for 18 months. The idea that Kylo movie would have been good is like saying a Snickers bar you picked out of the trash is good because it's not in the trash anymore. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, good point.
And
Totally
listen,
agree.
I have a lot of respect for Adam Driver, and every other movie I've seen him in, he is a great actor. He plays those parts very well, and he cares about it, right? So and Steven Soderbergh is a great director, writer, producer. So I want to be clear, right? I'm not throwing shade at them as professionals. The track record here just sucks.
That
Yeah.
is the special edition.
Yeah, and that the actors is not has never really been the problem, or a lot of the visuals, because even though I despise and hate the sequel trilogy, a lot of the visuals and stuff it looks good. You know, they did good on the special effects, on the visuals and stuff, and the actors themselves. I mean, the performances were fine for the most part, but it's the writing in the directing is the biggest problem, you know, that most everybody has always had with any of those movies.
Well, one thing is for sure, I think neither John Boyega nor Adam Driver will probably be coming back to Lucasfilm to do any projects
No,
in any near term, because whatever bridges they burn them, they disappear. They can't be.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Daisy Ridley would love to come back and reprise her role as Rey, but I don't think we ever get anything with her in it. Like,
she's the
maybe
only one that says nice things.
Yeah, maybe she has a cameo at the end of Jedi Starfighter, if what Josh is saying is true about those rumors.
Josh seems to. I don't watch his stuff. Never have. Don't plan to. And it's not personal. I'm just not interested. I don't watch a lot of these YouTubers in our space.
No, Coach is not a big YouTube watcher.
I am
He never
not.
has been.
No, I watch a lot of YouTube, just none of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'll watch a Muhammad Ali documentary.
Yeah, or Larry Bird, Michael Jordan
something that interests. I'll watch
Tyson
something
stuff
on the treadmill. You know, it's never freaking. You know, people in our circle talking about the latest headline. I don't care. You know, and here we are doing that. And if they don't watch us, I totally get it, man. I totally get it. But I would rather watch two frogs make love in the backyard than watch, even if they're coming fuzzy on Channel 3. So I would rather watch this. And I challenged John Graber to sing this karaoke at ICCC and told him that if he does, I got $100 bill for him. And I'm not kidding. John Graber accepted this challenge and says he will be singing this at karaoke. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What is it?
Try to imagine John singing this. This is an elementary school teacher.
Oh no.
What?
Oh my god.
What? What did I
Oh.
just watch?
What is going on?
I remember elementary school, and I don't remember that song.
Bro,
in
me
the
either.
classroom.
That one's new. Oh, no worries. We ain't touching your private parts, lady.
Yeah, that must be for that must be new for the modern audience in elementary school.
Yeah,
for the
FBI,
modern
please get
audience.
this woman shut down and that school immediately.
Wow.
Maybe she should wear something that
So,
doesn't
look,
accentuate her private
guys,
parts so much. Also,
when I was just scrolling through the Facebook feed, and that video popped up, and I laughed at the hilarity of all that.
Wow.
But the kids were singing along.
I know. They know the song.
Wow.
That they're not singing that for the first time. And anyways, I texted our ICC group.
Look at this. That's a kid shoulders, knees, and toes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So John is going to sing that at the bar that night for $100. Can you imagine that?
I don't want to imagine it. I will pay him $100 not to do it.
Dude, that will be, if we recorded that would go viral. That
would be hilarious.
I don't know if I could take it. But the $100 is on the table.
Aren't you and the DA doing a different
Don't
one?
say what it is. Don't say what it is.
Okay. All right.
He wants to do something. I'm not sure that they're going to let us do it.
Oh, well, it just depends on how many. Last time there was nobody there but us.
Well, I'm just saying explicit lyrics.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember if the lady that did Boys in the Hood by Eazy-E, I can't remember if she was cursing.
Well, sometimes on those, well, you can always say the words you want to, but sometimes on the karaoke lyrics, they soften it up a little bit, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, he's wanting to do one that's like, if it's softened up, it might not be worth it.
Yeah.
So
well, good, Coach. I didn't expect to see something like that today, and now I sure am sorry that I did.
I am. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure always. I thought that you would laugh about that. So yeah. Here, I'll make this better. I'll make here. I got one more thing for you.
Oh no, I'm almost afraid to.
I need to get you on Facebook, Risman, like under a pseudonym or something.
I don't Facebook.
Under a pseudonym or a fake name.
I use my mom's account when I want to poke around and find things.
Yes. What? All right. Okay, here. All right. So this one I really did enjoy greatly.
Oh no.
No, you'll like this. This is much better. The
bar is low.
Okay. There are no private parts here.
Good. Good.
Just hear those sleigh bells ding-a-ling-a-ring-a-ting-a-ting-a-ling-a-too. It's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with a Jew. Outside the snow is falling and friends are gone.
Oh no.
Oh my God! I gotta send that to my friend Priya.
Oh
she will die. Die.
That's that was pretty good. Do not redeem. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
all
that
right, guys.
That at least washed very aggressive private part singing out.
Yeah,
of my
that made it better. That made it better.
So.
Yeah. So I thought, Merry Christmas, Mr. Patel. Thank you. Come again.
Was that Vishnu sing? Was that Vishnu singing? What was going on?
Guys, that's gonna do it for us. Thank y'all so much for being here and checking out the banjo stream. We really appreciate it. Nick will be back home one day. And we will be
not until in November now.
We'll be getting some videos out at some point. We were back and we were getting videos out, and now we have gone back into hibernation.
Well, we would still be getting them out. I was actually wanting to do one this week, but I ended up getting sick. I got sick. So
There's
yeah,
always
On a
it
work call is
sucks.
the worst.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's time to play Battlefield 6.
Oh yeah, me and Coach have been killing it on some Battlefield 6. Now.
Wait a minute. So we're not making no videos because we're playing all this Battlefield 6?
No.
No.
Oh,
I've actually only played once all week. To be fair, and that was actually yesterday. Me and Coach only played 2 matches?
Yeah.
I
And
think.
look, I only got like 1 or 2 tonight, and then I got to go to bed. So, and super busy weekend. Gonna be out of pocket. Won't be able to do anything. But anyways, life will return to normalcy, very soon. So it's tough having a senior that's getting ready to go to college. We're going to a college visit this weekend, and just busy. Got a football game tomorrow night. Like, just never a dull moment, never a break. And then I got to teach all week. So hey, living the dream, man.
Good times.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for being here, everybody. We greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Coach Nick Risman, you are Echo Base Network, and try not to think about.
Don't say it.
The Christmas song.
Okay, the Christmas song is good.
Yeah, and everybody go raid Matt Cave Gaming.
Final
Fantasy
VII is ongoing. So
all right, guys. See y'all.
Take care, everyone.
Bye, guys.
If you touch my private part. I will tell my mother.
This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.